Welcome to Calm Before the Storm podcast, and I am Steph.
I'm Kim.
And I'm Kimberly.
And welcome to our 20th episode, people.
Yeah.
Woo! We
Woo!
made it, ladies.
We
Yes,
made it. We made it to number 20. I feel like it went super duper fast.
it
Very
did.
quick.
Yes, it's something that I didn't imagine we would be doing, and here we are at
Yep.
number 20. We
Hmm.
want
Yep.
to thank our subscribers, our family, our friends, all our supporters, all our haters, all of them,
Everybody. Thank
everybody
you. Thank you.
included.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Our
much.
special guest,
Yes.
Hmm.
our first special guest was Keisha Epson. Um, and what's her company called, Kim? I'm sorry, Keisha. I love you.
Touch.
Tribe Life.
Yeah. So yes, Tribe Life.
We will put it in the comments, but go
Yes, we
follow her
will.
too. And our second special guest was Estella, and sharing her story with us. So we appreciate each and every one of you, and thanks for watching every Tuesday at 5 p.m. Make sure you continue to
Hmm.
watch, subscribe, send us how you feel, what you think, what you want to know, what you don't want to know. We want to hear it all.
Yes.
Everything.
Hmm.
Yes. But let's get started with our 20th episode
Yes.
today,
Let's
Let's
ladies.
do it.
do it.
So I want to start with like highs and lows of the week.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So my high of this week was March is the month of a lot of birthdays for me, but in particular my mom's birthday. And she never likes to celebrate her birthday because my grandpa died on her birthday many, many years
Mm.
ago, over 30 years ago. And I would force her to celebrate. We would celebrate every year, make it a big deal. And she still had like that little, not so excited about it, didn't ever want to do anything, always fighting me on it. But this year, she actually was super excited to celebrate. And we've kind of been celebrating all month because she wanted to.
Yes.
So that is
Hmm.
a big high for me that she has finally gotten to a place where she can feel good about celebrating her birthday and still celebrate her dad at the same time. So that was a real big one for me.
Hmm.
Yes.
And you
Um,
girls, what was the high for you?
my high. Actually, nothing really exciting's been happening. I did celebrate in one of the celebrations for your mom. That was
Hmm.
fun. And then that was a high. Our cousin came down from
Yeah.
Maryland. And we got like his mom and my mom and your mom, Kimberly, the twins, everybody was there and we had
Yes.
a good time. Like it
Hmm.
hasn't happened in a long time. So that was a high.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. For me, just it's been a rough couple months. Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear
Yes.
me?
Yes.
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 Can you hear me?
You was
You can hear me?
frozen for
Okay,
a
good.
second.
Oh goodness. Lord.
For
So
a
my
second.
highs, still
No, you're good.
You're
You're good.
good.
see people the chicka chicka chicka. All right. So my highs, it's been a crazy couple months. A lot of things are going on, personally with family and stuff, but it has been just spending a lot of time with family, friends. That's really been my high this month. It's really just I've been looking at pictures and I'm like, I've really been surrounded with so much family memories, adventures. Like it's just been so much fun the last couple of weeks. And it's only because I'm around family. So that's been huge for me this last month. That's my high.
That is amazing. It
Yeah.
looks like all of us are just getting a high off of being around our loved ones, and you don't even
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
realize it. Like
Yeah.
that's what you need sometimes. You need to like we get so busy in life that we kind of just, you're busy doing this, busy doing that. Everybody's got a job, everybody's got, personal things, their personal
Yes.
life, husband, kids, pets,
Hmm.
moms, aunts, uncles, and you kind of shy away. Like you also need time for yourself, but then you realize like I miss getting together. I miss having our
Yeah.
family time, and it
Hmm.
kind of
Mm-hmm.
feeds your soul
Hmm.
Yes.
for lack of words.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
I would say my low for the week. I wouldn't say anything too crazy. More funny than anything. Like, I worked 3 days, 3 nights in a row. So I look forward to my 4 or 5 days off in a row, which doesn't really happen too
Hmm.
often. So that technically is a high. But the low of it is the minute my kids find out that I have days off, they seem to make it their schedule, my schedule, their schedule, and now I got to run around doing things for them. And I'm like, well, hello, what about me?
Hmm.
So I have a schedule, and they say, no, we're gonna do this. So it's
Right,
okay. But that's the also the perks of being a mom. I wouldn't have it any other way.
right.
Milo, I have back problems, so I had to have a procedure. So I was in bed for a couple of days. So, I
Mhm.
mean, there's nothing wrong with resting, catching up on TV shows, but you want to get up and do things.
Right.
But that was a little low, but we back at it.
Good stuff. Milo is just a very close family member is going through some medical stuff, so that's been the low. But we're getting through it, and here we are. So I'm excited to be here with you ladies.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
celebrate and just
Wait, cheers. We didn't even cheers.
No, we
you
didn't.
are right.
And it's a, it's a
How,
celebration.
how we not
I can't.
cheersing?
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
So whatever's
Cheers
in our
to
cup.
number
Cheers.
20
Number 20.
and many more and more and more to go.
Hmm.
So many more. I know we may have like we're gonna like throw stuff around and converse, but we're
Hmm.
almost at a year to when we actually had this conversation of like, this
Yes.
is our idea, this is what we want to do. How can we get this done?
It
That's
was
next
at
month.
it was at Steph's mom's dinner. You guys came to
Yes,
me and asked me.
Yes.
And
And then we had a conversation at Cinco de Mayo, and it was like, okay, we need
yes,
to get serious. Let's
we're
get serious
serious.
about it.
yes.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yep.
We had a lot of drinks on both occasions,
We
Yes.
definitely did. Hmm.
but we were serious and we had an idea. We had, if I'm being honest, Kimberly, can you see I
Hmm.
stutter a little bit with Kim and Kimberly because they mess me up all the time.
Right.
But Kimberly, every time we would talk on the phone, she would be like, "We need a show. We need a show. People need to hear this. We need a show." And I'm like,
Yes.
"Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right. We
Yeah.
need a show. We need a show." And then when she's like serious, I was like, "Okay, she's right. I think we do need a show.
Mhm.
Hmm.
We need a
Hmm.
show."
And
So,
I think
I,
like with podcasting, that falls right in, right? Like,
Yeah.
yes,
because it's like people are getting together, just sitting down talking with us is like a girl talk, right?
Yes.
mm-hmm,
Like is you just talking to your girls and talk about whatever.
Right.
Other podcasts, they deal with sports or it's like
Hmm.
sitting with the homies, like talking
right.
about sports.
Yes.
So it's like I
Yep.
like the idea of podcasting. I always wanted to do a podcast. Um, I just didn't know, like, I didn't know if I wanted to do it with my dad. I didn't know if I wanted to do it by
Mm.
myself. And I think I was scared, right?
Uh-huh.
Like,
Okay.
you guys know I'm quiet.
Hmm.
Yes.
I'm quiet to a certain extent, right? Until you get to know me,
Right.
Calm. The calm.
until
She
you
is
get,
the
Serious.
calm.
until you get to know me, I'm quiet. But
And
once you
she's
get to
still
know me, then
quiet then
I'm,
too.
I'm still a little
You
bit, a
still,
little.
yeah, just a little bit, but she'll smile and laugh with you more.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
She'll interact, she'll joke, she'll have a great time with
Hmm.
Yes.
you. But if she don't know you, you're not gonna know her either.
Nope,
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
nope.
Mm-mm.
So I do see how that could be. I was scared too, though, quite
Hmm.
honestly, because I'm believe it or not shy.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm very private. Like I don't
Hmm.
really like to share anything.
Yeah.
Even even with people I do know, like my friends and stuff like that, I'm still kind of private. Not as quiet and shy with them, but I'm not out there like that. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
really do social media like that because of it.
Mm-hmm.
So to even think to do a podcast at first, I was like, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm
Mm-hmm.
scared. Like, that this is me really putting myself out there. Do I want to do that? And we just pushed it. Like we just said,
Yeah.
you know what, we're gonna do it. Something is forcing us to do this, right? I feel like
Hmm.
there's a
Right.
higher power. We have something to say. Somebody needs to hear
Hmm.
Yes.
something that we're saying. We have a lot to offer, and that's
Mm-hmm.
why we're able to do this.
Hmm.
And but definitely was scary. And now I see a difference in myself in
Hmm.
general, not only on podcasting, but in my
Regular
daily
life.
life.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to speak up or hold a conversation that normally I wouldn't really do, or I wouldn't interject in conversations or even share
Mm-hmm.
my opinion because I'd be like, I'm gonna mind my business.
Yeah.
Now I'm like in it to win it.
I
Yeah.
remember it was our previous one of our previous episodes where we talked about sex. Now I'm not like a person that just comes out and talks about sex. So when you guys said, yeah, we should talk about, I was like, ooh, okay.
We did ask this question. Does does a drunk mind help you? Does it change your way? Like, are you more frisky? Are you more shy? Will you try different things now that you've been drinking?
Mm-hmm.
Um, I know for myself, a drunk mind is a little dangerous.
Mm.
I mean, I think drinking loosens you up more, like you feel more touchy. So you're like, hey, come
How
here.
you doing?
Come here, you look good over there. I was like, all right, let's talk about it. And thing was, I was sick that day, so I was like, I'm not really feeling that well, so I'm just gonna keep a little bit mellow, but I'm gonna say a little bit here and there.
Yes, yes. Me
So,
and Kimberly, on the other hand, are a little bit more open with with that conversation. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not getting personal about my own personal life,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
my
Right.
personal sexual experiences. However, I think more in of a more sexual commentary in a joking
Yeah.
matter. Like my
Yes.
brain always goes to those
Yep.
Hmm.
because I'm a child basically sometimes,
It happens. It happens.
but it is what it
It
is.
is what it is.
I am
Hmm.
who I am.
That's it. That is it.
And I did see that I never used to like to look at myself on video, or I could never listen to my voice. It would make
That's,
me like
yep.
cringe. And that is my number one fear. That was my number one fear for even starting the podcast. Like, oh
Hmm.
my God, how am I going to watch myself? How am I even going to listen to myself?
Yep.
And then even like the first couple of episodes were hard for me to read, because when Kim edits for us and we have to
Hmm.
listen to it, it was like, oh, but now
Yes.
I'm like,
Me
I love
too.
it.
I'm like, yep, let me hear. Oh, look, I said that. That was funny.
Yeah.
Like, because I want to be a comedian. So that's like my biggest thing. I'm like, I'm gonna be on here and I'm gonna be a comedian. And if I could laugh at my own jokes when I listen back to the edits, I'm like, yes, I did it.
No,
But then
Yes.
Kim,
it's
when I
like,
record, I when I record and it'll pull like certain pieces, like when I'm
hmm
doing like some promo and stuff, and like you're the one that always gets the joke, and I crack up all the
there's
time.
like Ebonics dictionary now, like no cap. I'm like, what does this stuff even mean?
Right.
We made up our own dictionary of cell phone message. I mean, not cell phone, pager
Beeper.
messages.
Yes.
Oh my God, with numbers.
Yes.
Mhm.
Hello. I
Yeah.
love you.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, that was your favorite.
I mean,
My mother.
I've always got, I'm like, yes,
And I'm like,
I
Yes.
I
got
don't want to
another
think,
one.
I don't want her to think like I'm singling her out, just picking
No.
these ones, but they're like perfect for like,
No, you're doing great. I love it. I'm like, yes, I got another one.
Yes.
I think I'm the
Yes.
comedian, people. That's me. But I like that we can have this type of conversation, right? Because we
Mhm.
did come on the first day and we kind of introduced ourselves, but it was like very vague, right? We just gave
Yeah.
this sense of like, hey, this is me, this is that. So it's good that our viewers and listeners can kind of like, okay, this is why this one comes up with this point of view, and this is why this one comes up with this point of view. So I love how we just jumped into some conversation and we're kind of given like what we felt, how we got here, who we
Mhm.
are, so they can understand where our points of views come from and get a little bit, personable with us. So this is pretty
Yeah.
cool. I love this. I'm
Yeah.
super happy again. We're on number 20. So this is
Yeah.
great.
Number 20. What
Yes.
did you notice? What do you notice about yourself? What still makes you cringe about yourself watching it back or doesn't? Or what are you like super proud of it? Either way, if you have something that makes you cringe, then say it. Or if
My
something
cringe is my faces, and I do it even at work. Like when I watch work recordings for meetings, the faces that I make, sometimes I could just be listening and I'm really like interested in what one of you are saying. And I'm like, and I like
That is
bite my
me.
lip. And when I
Same.
watch myself, I'm like, Kim, why were you biting your lip? What were you thinking? So it's like, what are you doing? But something that I really, really am proud of is I hate to, even with having a career, being an instructor, I hate public speaking. I
Same.
hate public speaking. And that was one of the reasons why I took my job, is because I wanted to challenge myself. And that's also why I was like, let's just do it and put ourselves out there on platforms where a multitude of people can watch us. It's public speaking. So
Mhm.
I'm getting comfortable with making a mistake. I'm getting comfortable with
Yes.
not always having, the same opinion as you all, and it's okay. I'm getting comfortable with also knowing that we are three different women in three different aspects of life, but we're sitting here with our opinions with no judgment, and it's okay. And that's
Mhm.
been my like high with this, that I don't have to agree or see things the way you do, but we all see something and we can give our own opinion about it, and it's okay. It's okay.
Right. I think
Yes.
with there was another episode where you guys agreed with my husband on a situation. And and the
Mhm.
second thing was I heard that my ex got into a really bad motorcycle accident that he almost died. Right?
Mm.
So in that situation, I was like, oh my God, I hope he's okay. But I guess my emotions were too much for my husband that he was like,
Right.
and I'm like, well, you don't want nobody to die. Like,
Right.
you got
You
to.
didn't reach out, right, to
No, no,
say, I
no, I
hope
did
you're
not reach
okay.
out.
You were
No.
Right.
just voicing this to your
Yeah, yeah,
husband.
like it was a
Husband.
concern, like, oh my God, like,
Hmm.
like,
I'm team husband right now. I really don't, I'm sorry.
I am too,
mm,
only because this topic is like very personal to me too. So
mm.
I am team husband too, Kimberly.
And because I was like, I don't think, like, I didn't think it was that bad. I just,
Hmm.
you don't want your
Yeah.
ex to die. Like, you know what I mean? It was just like a word in that moment. And you guys were like, no.
Depends on who you asking, Kim. I'm
Right. It
just
depends who
saying.
you
So
ask.
in that moment, I was like, okay, maybe I shouldn't have, but whatever. Years
Right.
pass.
Whatever. I'm still not
Listen.
gonna tell you that you was right. I'm just
Right.
No, I did. I was like, by the way, last night when we recorded, they agreed with you. Just to let you know, they agreed.
she still had a little attitude though. She was like,
Yep.
whatever.
Whatever.
And
Don't get too
okay, so
hype
what I
about it.
do learn, what I did learn about myself is that sometimes when I'm talking, I can't look straight at the camera. I have to look away. And I've always done that,
Mm.
but that I'm trying. I'm gonna try to
Good.
fix
We are a
it.
work
That's
in
how you know
progress,
we
and that's it.
related. Because I noticed that about myself. I was like, right before I'm gonna answer something, I look left. I
Mhm.
don't
Yes.
know why.
But
I
we
know,
all do it.
and
Because
I'm
I don't
like,
look at someone when I'm talking to someone, I don't look at them in their face. Like that's like uncomfortable for
Mm.
me. So I just have to look away, look at you, look away. Like that's just me.
yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna work on that because we
Yeah.
gotta look
Yeah.
people in their face and
I
not
look
be
people in the
uncomfortable.
eye. Like that's like a thing for me. I'm like, okay, you're not looking, even with the kids. Like, why are
But
you looking?
like
Like, look at me.
but like the whole time, like there are people like
Yes,
Um,
having a conversation,
yes,
like, yes, so you
we
know
have
that
to
I'm
do
like,
that. Some people do it and it gets their energy comes off a little weird. That's
creepy.
yes.
uncomfortable.
Yes.
Depends on where the energy's coming from.
Hmm.
But I think looking people in the eye is we need to do that. We need to practice that more
Mhm.
because
Mm.
it shows you are confident in what you are speaking about, and
Yeah.
Right. And
I'm
you're paying
confident in the
attention.
conversation.
Mhm.
Right. And I'm giving you
Hmm.
the respect of
Yeah.
listening to you.
I
Right.
just get uncomfortable, like, okay.
Yes. It takes time to get there. It does.
It does. It really does. It
I,
What
does.
about
I
you, Steph? Did you learn anything or something you want to change?
I think my cringe is definitely my face. I feel like sometimes I'm like, I look like I smell poo.
You're right. Like, what are you doing?
Like, girl, fix your
I
face.
wasn't
Fix your
expecting.
face.
Or I laugh at things that people may not like. I laugh at something that is not funny, but that you went
Mm.
through. Like if you were telling a story and I'll start laughing and I'm like, I'm really not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the situation. And that could be mean, but y'all know me, so y'all don't really care.
Yes.
But to
We probably don't
others,
even realize it because we
because you
just,
Mm.
know me,
yeah.
but other people are like, damn, you just laugh at people in their face.
Right.
That, um, I move. I have to talk and move. I can't just sit
Same.
still. Like if you see, I fixed myself in the seat 52 times throughout the show.
Mhm.
And I don't, I guess it's just, even like I'm moving my hands, I just can't see it.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
think we all do that though.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Mm-hmm.
definitely talk with my hands. And and I feel like I've gained confidence in the public speaking
Mhm.
part from
Yeah.
Right.
this. Like I will hold a conversation with anyone and
Mm-hmm.
be okay. And I used to feel like sometimes can't, I don't speak properly. I don't have
Yeah.
proper grammar. I don't have the right words. And you guys know that I mess up words all the time on here. And I'll be like, what is that word I'm trying to think of? And one of yous will throw it in there for me.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
But, and that used to bother me. But now I'm like, that's just who I am. This is how you understand what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Right. Same with me. I watched the episode because I did like Sunday recap. I was like, let me watch everything. I want to see everything. I want to see where we can like change this, that. And I'm like, did I really say that's a PBA instead of an APB? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. So I get
I
Yes.
it. I get it.
I think that like recently, you guys know it was my dad's birthday and he had a
Mm-hmm.
party and they asked us to come on stage. We went on stage and my dad gave me the mic. And normally I'm
Oh,
like freaking out, and stuff. So I had to say
Right.
something. And then a few days went by and his friend came and he was like, "You killed that." And I'm like, "I did." And he was like, "Yeah, you looking like a natural." And I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Okay." And I've done public speaking for my dad in the past,
Mm-hmm.
but I think with speaking on the podcast and it being seen by more people, I feel like I've
Mm-hmm.
become a little bit more comfortable.
Yes.
Cause like we're on,
yes.
obviously we're on the computer, but like when you got to go speak to people physically, it's like a different type of
It
Mm-hmm.
thing.
is. It is.
So, but I
Yes.
think this helps more because I
Yes.
know more people are looking at it. So
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
it's a plus doing this.
I
It is
think
a
it's
plus.
changed all of us in a small little way. Like it's definitely
Mm-hmm.
boosted all of our confidence, I would
Mhm.
say.
Yes, 100%.
Well, what would you change? Would you change anything?
Yes, I would change um if we had a way. I would love to be in person with you all way more than we
Yes.
can.
Yeah,
Because I
definitely.
feel like the energy in the room would be so amazing. And when I had the idea of the podcast, right? Steph and I used to work in a doctor's office with a lot of like women. So we always would do like nights out at like lounges, but there would be times where we would just be like, we're just too tired. We just want to chill. So we
Mhm.
would always assign one friend. We would go to her house because she had no kids, no husband, no nothing. And one person was in charge of the liquor store, one person was in charge of getting everybody's food order. Steph was in charge of collecting all the money for everybody to split everything down the middle, and she hated it, but she was. And we would sit at her round table in her house, and we would call it a round table confession. Like we would just sit at the round table, and it was round table talk with all the ladies. We would throw all of our crap on that table, and we would laugh, cry, make jokes, but we always would give each other advice. And when I tell you we would sit there for like 4 or 5 hours nonstop, we would sit
Yes.
there and just let it all out. So that was my idea, like to keep up that theory. So for
Mhm.
me, one only thing I would really change is to make it more of that, because that was in my mind. Like I would love a
Hmm.
round table, just chat and we
Mhm.
just talk. But like being in person, we've done it, and our energy is just like it fills the room. It's just a different experience than the computer.
Right.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I think eventually we all want to get there. We want to get to that place where we
Mm.
sitting on a couch.
Yeah.
I could almost envision what our studio would look like. So I know we're gonna get there one day.
Yes, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that
Mhm.
What about you, ladies? Anything you would change?
Mm, I think we need more guests.
Hmm.
Just getting more
Hmm.
guests on the show. Doesn't have to be all the time, but we wanna expand and say, okay, tell us about this,
Hmm.
tell us about that, and you never know, maybe that will come
Yeah.
on our
It
next
will.
next.
Yeah.
I would change my, I want to be more out there. And as far
Mm.
as like, in order to put us out there, I want to be more into social media because I'm just personally, and I like that. Like, this is big for me, even being on a podcast, right? It's
Hmm.
probably shocking to most people that know me, didn't think that I would even do that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you don't see anything of me on social media. Like, you, maybe every once in a while I'll put something out there, and I that is what I want to change. I want to start doing a better job at even just personal stuff, and promote, being able to promote
Hmm.
us better.
Right.
And just that'll also get people to know who I am. Like, this is how
Yeah.
she is, this is what she's like. So that is something that I want to change. I want to change. I want to be a little bit more out there with social media.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I
So,
would love if we found a way, right? I was thinking, because like we're three ladies, there's just us three ladies have so much to say.
Mm-hmm.
hmm,
There's a million women out there.
right.
And it's like it's Women's Month, right? It's National
Hmm.
Women's Month. So it's like find little ways. And again, this falls into like the social media thing and being more involved in that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Being on like panels and stuff, having conversations, digging more
Hmm.
into like the community, like really setting a name for ourselves. Like,
Mm-hmm.
great, we're 20, we're here, people are watching, but like, okay, let's see how we could challenge ourselves to the next level. How
Thousand
can we put
percent.
ourselves? How can we go ahead and join in on the community so they know a little more about us? We can
Mm-hmm.
have conversations, stuff like that. I would love to dig into doing that.
And giving back too. Like, I think we could
Hmm.
also do that too. Like, give back with our name though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
as our, as our podcast, like
Yeah.
show up to certain things, and that'll definitely be a great, especially for teen girls.
Yeah.
That really
Yeah.
does something for me. I guess because I am a teen girl mom right now, and they
Yep.
need a lot of direction, and I feel like there's a lot of um, even boys, young teen boys and girls,
Hmm.
that they don't have parents that are willing to talk about the real life stuff. Like,
Right.
not that they want to be mean or anything. They probably just don't know how to address it. And they weren't taught that way either. Because I
Hmm.
wasn't raised that way. Like, my mom was not telling me about sex, boys,
Yeah.
drugs, any of those things.
Right.
That I kind of had to self teach or learn from school. And I didn't want my daughters to, and I couldn't tell my mom a lot of things, just
Yeah.
because they were strict when, back in the day. And I didn't want to have that relationship. And my girls are very open with me and pretty much tell me everything.
Hmm.
And a lot of their friends don't have that. And it
Yeah.
leads them into the wrong direction. And they just, out there doing things they shouldn't be doing. And it's all because they can't, and they're good kids. Like, they have great grades, they're into great activities, but they have that little part that mommy don't know about, that I'm like, oh, let me
Yeah.
save you. Can I help
Right.
you? Want to talk to me, please?
Me, that's me. That's me. I am the community mom.
Right? Like,
I
because
am.
it's scary out there. And you're
It
like, girl, what
is.
are you doing? Don't do that.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
So
So,
crazy.
and it could be like private. Like, I won't tell your mom. I understand, like,
Yeah.
unless it's something crazy that they really need to know. But,
Yeah. I hear you. We
so
got we got
that
to be on social media a little more. We got to get on there.
exactly,
We
exactly,
do.
definitely. So I
We
think
do.
that that would be things that I would love to dive into. And more games. I want to play more games.
Yes. We're supposed to
I
try
don't,
to make up our own game.
yes.
Okay.
Make up our own game so we
Wait,
could
well, I
play
thought we
it.
was playing a game today.
We are.
We are
We
Okay.
going
are
to play a game
playing
today.
Never Have I Ever,
That
That's
became
as
our
we
little
interesting.
do.
thing because
That's our
Yes.
little thing.
we started that on the first episode and we just kept rolling with it. So,
That's it.
Yeah.
Never have I ever carried a mountain full of shots to the room where all the friends are so we could all take shots.
I remember this time
And
actually. I didn't
I got the
carry them,
pictures to
but
prove
I
it.
drank them.
You sure you
And so
definitely-
did you, Kim. I don't know why you
Yes.
acting like you did.
Oh,
Right. You
oh,
better
so
lift that finger.
I
Kick us off with Never Have I Ever Holiday Edition.
never have I ever lied and said I like someone's food at potluck at work.
I
Yes,
think it's hilarious.
It
Never
it
have.
is.
is. The things you can come up
Especially
with.
our way of never have I ever, because I don't think we play the right way, but we do a great job.
Mhm. Yep.
So
Yes.
how can we not?
Yes.
So I think we're gonna do great things. We're gonna be in big spaces, big places, and
Yeah.
because we got something to say, and
I
people
mean,
want.
when we first started, we got approached with doing something. At the time, we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
'Cause the time didn't align, but I'm sure it'll come up again. We won't say it right
Hmm.
now. We'll just surprise y'all when it
Hmm.
happens. But yeah. And that was within our like first 5 episodes, we got approached to do something. So
Hmm.
can you imagine what will come in like other
Right.
episodes? So we'll be
Right.
fine.
It takes one line, let me tell you. That's what
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
noticed. Takes you got people on here chewing on screen, making
Listen. Eating
millions.
hot dogs. Okay. They're eating 25 hot dogs. Okay. I'm just saying. 25 hot dogs. Okay. And she's famous.
And they be stuck on the screen like, ooh, wow, you ate that lobster tail. Nice.
But I ain't gonna lie, every time
Ooh.
you watch it, you be like, damn, I'm hungry.
Mm.
Because
Man.
I be catching myself like, why are you watching this? But then I'm like, now,
I cannot watch those ASMR eating
Oh my
videos. My
God.
girls watch that and I'm like, what is wrong with why are first of all, I have a problem
Girl.
with people eating in general
me
in
too,
real
but
life.
I be getting caught in it. I hate it.
Me too. I'm not gonna
How?
lie.
If
The
you
Don't
ramen
catch me
noodles.
chewing like that, I just
yes,
look at you like,
yes.
Right.
I cannot listen to people to what is that called? Smacking. When you
yes,
smacking with
smacking.
your lips,
Lips.
Hmm.
Oh God, guys, that is the worst. I hate
that
lip
is a
smacking,
big
but
No,
pet
but
peeve for
now
me.
these like videos I see
oh,
is like they have the big Chipotle bowls with like
Hmm.
chicken, all that stuff, peppers, pounds of sour cream, cheese. And then they get in these taco shells.
oh,
You hear me?
Uh-huh.
yes,
Okay.
taco
Uh-huh.
shells.
And they putting the food in there and just tearing. I'm like, what?
Really?
So
Yes.
they making tacos out of Chipotle bowls.
Yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
Okay. I
right.
mean, it might be good. It sounds kind of good, but I can't watch.
I do. I get stuck. I get
You
stuck.
can watch the
I
people eat
listen. Yeah, with the ramen.
You know,
That's
sometimes
my
you get
thing.
stuck watching. You don't
and
even be
you
like,
listening to them slurp
Yeah,
and
and
that
they're like,
don't nah, I can't
and it's
do it.
like, it's so
No,
bad.
no,
And I'm
no.
like, and I scroll up. I'm like, okay, because you know when you stop on one, then it
I
keeps
know,
Keep
us
yeah,
on the
getting
the
them.
feed and the algorithm. And I'm like,
algorithm,
what is going on? Why did? And then you see a bigger bowl of ramen. Like, nah, she ain't gonna eat it. And it's like, slurp it up with a big old fork, and it's.
yeah. Hmm.
I'm like, no, I got to get off social media. So if people are getting stuck on that, come on.
No, I cannot watch it. It does something for me. Even I don't care who it is. They sit next to me smacking, or I'm
No,
getting
when
up.
you
I'm
no,
moving.
I if you right next to me, I cannot. That's one thing I
Seriously, you better not lip smack. I cannot with the lip smacking. Stop lip
Mm.
smacking. Close your mouth.
That's why I don't eat in the lunchrooms at work because
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
listen to the people do that.
And yeah, we weren't all raised the same. So some people weren't getting smacked in their mouth for lip smacking. Some of us were.
Oh, if they eat with their mouth open, oh,
Listen.
that gets me.
Or you chew and talk like,
yes, with food
Yes,
in your mouth.
yeah, so
Oh
yes.
hey
God.
John, let me tell you something. Like, no,
Like if
no,
you don't
just
finish
finish
your
eating.
food before you
You might choke. You can't chew and talk.
I'm not
Don't
even
do that.
listening to a word you're saying. I'm thinking you
I'm just
need to
looking at your
stop.
mouth.
You
Right.
need
Make
to
hope
stop.
hoping and praying nothing spits in my face coming out of there. I'm like, what is going on?
No,
Yeah,
no, no,
no.
no.
um,
Uh-uh.
No, thank you.
No.
That is crazy. So back to our 20th episode. Have you gotten any like bad thing? Well, let's start with the good things. Any good words of encouragement, any like great feedback, anything that you were surprised that somebody said to you or like, "Oh my God."
I think my cousin from my dad's side, she was here and we was talking to someone else and she was like, y'all talked about that on the episode. So it's like to know that she like watches on a daily and she's like, that's a good podcast. Like you guys are really doing it. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay. And then my dad, I keep talking about my dad. Nobody knows who he is because
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first started this podcast, I said I'm not gonna say who he is because I just wanted to
Mm-hmm.
make my own name. Um, and then like he reposted it, and then like people started following, and so thank you to his followers for following us.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
But so if you don't know who he is, he's Ralph McDaniels from Video Music Box. If you don't know Video Music Box, Google it. And
Love it.
I mean, Google it. You're gonna see a whole.
Right, that's it. It'll
That's
pull
it.
up.
That's the
Type his
that's
name
the
in.
not so calm part coming out.
Yeah,
Keep going.
yeah.
So
There she goes. She's warming up.
so for him, right, like one thing about my dad, he's not gonna like sugarcoat it. He's gonna say, no, you need to fix this. You need
Mm-hmm.
to do more of this. And he was the first episode, he was like, that was really good. And as we got on, he was like, you guys are doing a really good job. And then he had gotten us some, like I said before, he had gotten us a gig to do something for the Calm Before the Storm podcast. And hearing that, they wanted to do something with us, it was like we did it. Like, girls, we did it.
Right,
Yeah.
I
right.
think Kim, also with you, I think one time you told us that your daughter was somewhere and she
Yes,
was
that's what I was gonna
wearing,
say. She
yeah,
was in Macy's on 34th Street and she was wearing one of the shirts that Stefan made us. And the person was like, "Oh my God, are you part of the podcast?" And she's like, "No, it's actually my mom." I'm like, "Oh my God, I listened to that podcast." And it was like, yes, we're like circulating.
right.
So that
So
was
I
that was
think
great.
that was like a good thing. Like people are knowing who we are.
Yep,
And
Yes, and
absolutely.
it sometimes it doesn't feel like that, like because you forget. Yeah,
Hmm.
well, at least I know we do this, but I don't look at myself as like, oh, I'm a podcaster or anything like that. It's
Hmm.
just I'm regular old stuff. So if you
Mhm.
Right,
say something, I'm like, oh yeah, actually I do that. You're right.
right,
That's
right,
my side
right,
job. Thank you.
Yes,
right.
I
It's a
have
whole side
tree
gig.
jobs. No.
Tree, tree of them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah.
everything's been good besides like just having more energy. That's the only thing that I've
Yes,
gotten on my end. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes. I mean, my husband is the one who is not a sugar coater. He will tell me like it is, and just a period. He's not a
Mhm.
yes
Hmm.
guy. Um, and he's just like, I think y'all need to just be a little bit more free
Hmm.
with your talk and not so structured. And
Hmm.
we take all feedback and we actually really do
Yes.
talk about it and we
Hmm.
take it very serious and we bring it to each other. So if you got tips, tricks, anything, please tell us. And we do not take
Not
offense
tips
to
and
it.
tricks.
I got
Tips
those
and
too. Not
tricks. Bring it to
Well,
the
we don't do
forefront.
that
Bring
over
it to the
here, but
forefront.
you know.
that's another episode. No.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned. You got to keep watching.
Yes. Yes.
I thought, what I thought of when like, do you guys watch P Valley?
I've
No,
watched
I've heard it.
like maybe one or two, a couple of episodes here and there.
No,
Okay.
Never
I like
consistent.
it. um, and I can't wait for it to come back. So we said tips and tricks. I'm like, damn, when they bringing back P Valley?
See where her mind is.
Hmm.
Mm.
Hmm.
Not. I see where you're at, girl.
No,
Yes.
That's
no, but
funny.
back to the episode. Sorry.
But
Rewind.
no, yeah. So like I was saying, we do take it very serious and we do
Yes.
talk about it and we try, we want to give our best at all times. So
Hmm.
if we feel like something's not moving right, we're gonna talk about it. And I
Yep.
do love that about us, that we can come to each other and talk about it, and
Yep.
everybody hears each other. And even if we don't agree, we find a way to, agree to
In the
disagree or make
middle.
it work, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever that looks like.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That I do love.
Yes.
Um, I do. I will say it also helped, like doing this podcast shows you like how supportive people could be and how unsupportive people can be, but still be
Yes.
like in your face, which I
Yes.
find hilarious. Like, not knocking you, but it's just crazy. And it is true, that people always say, like, when they're starting something, like, it's so hard to get your close people to do anything for
Yeah.
you when you're trying to
Mhm.
build something. And that
Yeah.
is really a true statement. And it's not nothing against them. Like, everybody's doing their own thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's true, when you get to a certain level, then it's like, I know you.
Yeah. I remember you. Yeah, I
Yes.
know you do.
Yes.
I know.
I know.
Yes.
Let me
Yeah.
flip the hair. No.
Yeah. I'll do it for you, girl.
Thank you. Thank you. Little curl back there.
That's right. No, yeah, that's been one of my not struggles. I don't know what exact word to put there, but that's been one of my like one of the things I've um, seen, or I don't know what word I'm looking for, but I kind of went to a family member to kind of like, okay, this is what I want to do, this, that, and where I thought I was going to get more enthusiasm and more
Hmm.
like, well, hey, let me take you under my wing. And I didn't. I was like, okay, I have to kind of remember like everybody's not like me. We're not all built the same. So where
Mhm.
I would
Correct.
have probably like, let me take you under my wing. Let yeah, let me show you the ropes. It was kind of like I was pulling teeth to even like have a conversation. I'm like, so what do you think? I want to try this. I want to try this because I went in full throttle. I'm excited. I went blah, 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 blah. And it just wasn't received the way I wanted it to be received. And I had to check myself, like, okay, Kim, everybody's not built like you. It's just
Right.
not what they're interested in, and maybe the support isn't there, and they don't support you how you do. So it's just like, screw it, move on, and I get support everywhere else. But that was like one of the struggles in the beginning because I was like, I want to do this, I want to do this. So I was like, yes, they're gonna help me, and
Mhm.
no, it just went silent. So I was like, all right, I gotta figure it out.
Mhm.
We'll figure it
No.
out.
But we here at
Like you
20
should be
doing
like, we
amazing.
both see you at the top.
Right. I'll see you there.
I'll see you there. Yes. Absolutely.
Yep.
Yes.
So we
So
ready for our game?
Whew,
I'm
let's
ready.
do it. All right.
Kick it off, Kim.
Okay. Go ahead, girl.
Okay. What? Okay. Never have I ever anything.
Anything you want, and
Anything.
if you did it, whoever did it has got to put up a finger to admit
Mhm.
they did it.
Got, uh-huh.
Okay.
So you could say like, never have I ever picked my toe and flung it across the room. And if I did it, I got to pick up my finger. It's, I'm telling you guys, I'm working on my comedy. Hello. All
Okay.
right, you got it, Kim.
Um. Never have I ever went out, had to pee so bad that I tinkled on myself.
Mm.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm. Mm.
Who's next?
Steph. Hmm.
Never have I ever had a tinkle so bad that I pulled over on the highway and tinkled.
I'd be so scared.
All right. Never have I ever had to tinkle so bad in the club that I tinkled on myself. On myself in the club. Because you couldn't go to
I
the
thought you
bathroom. I
was
was
gonna
just too
say that I
lazy.
went to the corner and peed. I was
Pee.
Oh,
about
I
to
didn't
be
even go to
like,
the corner. It just tinkled.
Just tinkled on out.
It tinkled on
Mm.
out.
every time we play this game, I'm always
The
Oh,
I
I
least.
thought
always got
I
the
thought she was
lead.
moving with us. I was getting excited until I looked back
No,
down and there was
she's not
nothing there.
moving with us. She's not. I'm gonna try to get her to move.
Me too.
Um, hmm, hmm, No,
I'm waiting.
Hmm.
me too. Never have I ever.
I'm trying to think of songs and song lyrics so I could say like something from there.
Never
Mm.
have I ever stolen from CVS. That came to my head.
CVS, so
I don't think
specific.
Stolen. It doesn't have to be CVS, but never have I ever stolen.
I don't
Don't act
I
like you don't
think
have a five
somewhere, but
finger
I don't know
discount
where.
somewhere.
I don't know where. And I don't know when. But I probably
Okay.
um never
Oh, I
have
got a better one.
okay, never have
Go
I
ahead.
ever got pulled over and just started crying and made up a lie.
Sorry, Mr. Officers and Mrs. Never have I ever kissed a girl.
She's thinking about it at least. You got her to think.
Yes, I got her to think.
She's thinking. I'm gonna say
Yes.
that's you was thinking
Oh,
long and hard. I'm just
at
saying.
least you thought long and hard. I'll take that as an attempt.
Okay.
This five fingers not
Um,
blur, I promise. My blurs is weird.
I was just about to say and I lost it. Never have I ever been arrested.
Oh, yeah, I did wait, didn't I tell you about that?
You got arrested?
What?
No, where me and my mom went to her friend's house, and we was going upstairs, and I guess they was looking for someone, and cops, I was young, cops like grabbed me, and I was like, what the? They had me in handcuffs, and mom was like, we're not from around here, and it took some convincing, and they realized it wasn't me. So
Oh
I
my
got
God.
I got in handcuffs for like a few minutes.
Okay. Yes, you
Did
made her
you
put her
die?
finger up.
Because
Hell
you had
yeah,
to
I
have
died. I
died.
was crying. I was like, I don't want to go
Yes.
to her house. I want to go home. Like,
Yes.
no, we gotta go.
That's crazy. Where
That's
was
insane.
this?
The Bronx.
Of course.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I asked now.
No, no, no.
All right.
Turn.
Okay.
I'm mad she's at 7.
She
I
said yes to
am.
everyone.
This
I'm
is
just
so
saying.
not okay. I'm so sorry.
You
I'm
always win.
sorry.
I just want you to
I'm
know.
not, this is not winning. This is bad. My
This is
daughters, please
losing.
don't watch this. Okay, never have I ever been so high at a dinner I fell asleep at the table. And I didn't realize I fell asleep, but I did.
You thought you
Somebody
had
had to
your
point
eyes
it
just
out to
open
you.
the whole time.
No, you know what I was
No.
doing? I was shimmying and dancing at the table, making believe I was awake.
Yeah, she sure was.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man,
Well,
that's insane.
Kim won,
This
and
is
she got the.
crazy. I don't even, that's not
If
winning.
there's
That's
not
not
one that you
okay.
kept the finger down.
Because I couldn't lie. I can't lie to
I'm
y'all. This
proud of
is
you
this
though.
this is the whole point
You
of
living
20, being
life, girl.
transparent.
Yes.
I don't know about that, but yes, thank you, thank you.
Hey,
Transparency is key.
you live and you learn.
You live and you
So
learn.
I had a
That's what it is.
question.
Cool.
Our previous episode was vacations, right? We never
Mm-hmm.
said what was our like top vacation we would want to go on.
Ooh.
Is it like a couple, friends?
No,
Where
just in
we?
general, what's a place that you always wanted to go to that you never visited?
Oh, I
Greece.
got a list. What'd you say, Greece?
Greece is at the top of my list right now, but there's a bunch of places, but Greece is like if I call y'all and tell y'all, "Oh my God, ladies, I'm going to Greece." No, I made it.
I
I
want to
And I
go to
know
always
that
wanted
Greece
sounds
to
so
go
too,
to
but
cheesy.
I always wanted to go to Italy.
That's where I'm gonna get
oh,
married.
but all right, significant other. I'm talking to
Hmm.
you now. Italy,
Hmm.
here we come.
Italy, here we come.
Hmm.
um, I want to go to the Maldives, Bora
Hmm.
Bora, out there.
Yes.
I mean, I got a long list, but that's like if I call you and say we going there,
Yes.
I'm like
But
on
just
that.
to believe I'm not going to Italy no time soon with them planes. So
Oh,
Here we
you
go.
know, yeah, could you imagine having a trip planned in like 3.5 weeks and planes are falling from the sky? Never have I
Mm.
ever. That's me.
So, quick fact, I'm taking the girls to start college tours.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
And we're gonna go see one down south, and we could drive it, but it's cheaper to fly. So I booked the flights. I tell them, all right, we got the tour going. I got us the flights. One of my daughters is afraid to fly, and
mm.
she does it, and she does it well. She just gets very, very quiet and doesn't really say much because she's not a big fan. She doesn't like to take off and come down, but she's okay. And she was like, why would you book a plane? Have you
Girl, I'm
not been
with
watching
you.
the news? And
I'm
I'm
with
like,
you.
Yeah.
we're gonna be fine. We're gonna
Mm-hmm.
make it. We're gonna go and we're gonna
Mhm.
come back. I promise.
Yeah.
Yes.
No,
Hmm.
So
I just
it is scary, but I feel like,
and then now with flying, well, staying within the United States is fine, but now we're going out the country is becoming more difficult. So it's like,
To the
what do you
um,
rainforest I
mean
go.
difficult?
well, now they're you might have to have a visa to go out to come back. So,
You
you
just need a
know,
passport. That didn't
no, they
change.
want visas.
Certain
Lord
places, but
Jesus.
that's always been in place. People just don't pay attention, to be
Lord
And
honest.
then
Jesus.
I just like, because of certain things going on, I'm afraid that you go to certain countries that they're not going to want to accept Americans. So,
Okay, now I'm starting to freak out a little bit, okay? Okay.
Don't
so
freak out.
yeah.
They've been doing this for years. They've been going at it for years. It
I'm
ain't
still gonna
changed.
show up in my Sheen bathing suit, so it is what it is. Shout out to Sheen. Ah, yes, my comedy is coming through.
Wait, talk about Sheen. Oh no, we're receiving packages from.
Yeah, they started
Oh,
delivering
okay.
again.
Because I
Why
wasn't
they was on a
ordering.
pause?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
4 to 5 week delay. I was like, I had
Why?
to
I
check it
didn't
real
know
quick.
about this. Fill me
Yep,
in.
The
the
president wasn't
sanctions.
accepting
Hmm.
he wasn't doing stuff from certain countries.
Yes.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
We're not getting
See, this
into
is
politics, but you know.
no, we're not
Yeah,
getting
we
into
see no
politics. I'm worried
politics.
about the travel aspect, people. This has nothing to do with your politics.
No,
Yeah.
I'm worried about Sheen getting me my outfits for travel. That's what I'm worried
Yeah,
about.
a vacation. That's a question. Why is it that when we go on vacation, we buy a whole new wardrobe every time?
Because you don't feel the same like you felt the last time you went on vacation. It's different vibes.
Hmm.
Different
It is
vibes.
ridiculous
It's so ridiculous. It is.
how much vacation clothes I have
Sheen.
and
That's why I
only
sheen
use
it up.
them once.
Hmm.
I
It's
got
a
a tank top
shame.
for $2.12 on Sheen. So I'm just saying.
Oh, you know what? When you
I
say
won't
it
tell
like
you which
that,
one when
it's
I
all
wear
right.
it, okay? Hmm.
Will we know? Probably not.
You will not even have a clue. Nope.
Oh my
No.
goodness.
Yes. So
Yes.
this was an awesome, awesome, awesome
Yes.
episode, I must say. Um, who's giving the quote today? We all giving a quote because it's
We
our
have a
20th
quote.
episode.
Yes, we
Okay.
all come up with something
Let's all give
wonderful.
a quote. I can go first if you
Okay,
want, or who wants to go first? Doesn't matter to me.
You can
go
go.
for it.
I
Yep.
got it. Okay. If you want something you've never had, you must be willing to do something you've never done by Thomas Jefferson. And I think that is
Ooh,
perfect for this podcast because I never thought that
100%.
the three of us would be sitting here doing this today. And I'm
Yeah,
so proud of us.
me
Amen to
too.
that. Same. I
Um,
have,
go
you
ahead.
want to go?
No,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Okay. So I have Believe You Can and You're Halfway There from Theodore Roosevelt.
Look at
I
us getting these presidents together.
I
I don't have a
know.
president. I just have an
Are they
overall.
presidents? No, sorry.
Theodore
I just
Roosevelt?
have an overall quote for our 20th episode. 20 episodes, 20 stories, 20 memories. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Here's to 20 more and 20 more.
You made that?
Cheers.
No.
Oh,
It just fell right on
it
in.
was perfect.
Yes.
Love that.
That was amazing.
Yes.
All right. Close it up, Kimberly.
So I know that we are trying to change it up, right? And I feel like when we do our closing, we get so serious and
We
it's like
do.
we have a big block. So we've been thanking our viewers a million times, and I will thank y'all a million more times. But thank you all for watching. You can catch all our episodes on YouTube, and it is Calm Before the Storm podcast, correct?
Yes.
On YouTube. And if you have any suggestions, ideas, any topics you want to hear, you can email us at thecalmbeforethe.storm@gmail.com. You can find us on all social media platforms at Calm Before the Storm Podcast. And please like, share, and subscribe on our YouTube page. And we want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. So thank you very much.
Bye. Thank
Good
you.
night.
To 20
Bye.
more.
Cheers to 20.
Yes.